I'm going to be responding to prompt number 3 about Doreen. So, how she interacts with the other characters. For Ergen, she challenges his authority and in Act 2 mocks his plan to marry Marianne to Tartuffe. Sort of early in the play, when he insists on marrying his daughter, Doreen openly mocks the idea. She sarcastically suggests that Tartuffe would make the perfect husband despite being old, unattractive, and controlling. And so this just kind of shows Doreen's refusal to accept Ergen's irrational authority and kind of highlights how ridiculous his devotion to Tartuffe has become. Her relationship with Madame Purnell is also quite interesting. She clashes with her. Madame Purnell's Ergen's mother. And she also criticizes the household and praises Tartuffe as a moral example, but Doreen talks back instead of sort of remaining quiet. She defends the family, and she even questions Tartuffe's holiness, which is quite unusual behavior for a servant. This interaction just kind of shows her courage and her role as someone who challenges false piety. In Act 1, she says to Madame Purnell, "He passes for a saint in your imagination, but believe me, all he does is nothing but hypocrisy." So she's just kind of really speaking out boldly about her son and about this man that they're putting all of their trust in. Her relationship with Marianne is quite protective and supportive. When Marianne is too shy and obedient to stand up to her father, Doreen speaks for her and even scolds her for being too passive. Doreen works closely with Elmire, Ergen's wife. She respects her intelligence, and also helps her plan to expose Tartuffe's true nature. Her relationship with Tartuffe is quite interesting. She openly criticizes him. She mocks him, especially when Ergen proposes the idea of marriage and Marianne. But instead of directly attacking Tartuffe, she uses sarcasm to expose how absurd the idea is. For example, she pretends to praise Tartuffe as an advantageous match and exaggerates his supposed qualities, but she's clearly meaning the opposite through that sarcasm. As far as Cleante, he's very calm and philosophical, where Doreen uses humor and sarcasm, but they both have the same goal. They both don't like Tartuffe and they want to expose him. And so Doreen really respects Cleante because he listens to reason. He's not blindly following. So is she a comical character? Yes, she is, and she's very comical because she uses sharp sarcasm, and she also interrupts a lot of the characters when she's speaking, which is very bold and different from what a servant is usually seen as. And so people sort of find that comical. So in Act 2, Scene 2, she calls Ergen a downright fool when discussing the marriage of Marianne to Tartuffe. And then why Molière made her an essential character. She shows hypocrisy through humor, and she also allows the criticism of authority without the tragedy of being a servant. So what does this tell us about Molière's style? It's that his style is truth told through laughter, with Doreen being a prime example. She's been made to be a character that can be brutally honest and speak her mind while also being entertaining through humor and sarcasm.